Welcome one, welcome all! Join me for a story that's older than the roads themselves. I'm sure my honored guest will arrive soon. Probably just, running late.
Yeesh.
Say anything, and I'll make you look like being given a voice actor. Long ago, two brothers ruled over all creation. Each saw the old world as a blank canvas. But like any artist, each viewed the world much differently. One wanted those who lived in the old world to create a place of their own, while the other thought the only interesting world is one created from chaos. And I'd hate to agree, but peace is such a drag.
What do you mean by a world created from chaos?
Magic creatures beyond anything you've ever seen. The war-torn landscapes, the endless carnage, the ruthless battles. A universe where the strong crushes the weak.
Watch out. Those builders are stunning us.
You see, 2X believed everyone had a place in the world, so he helped nurture them. Meanwhile, Lord Exo created creatures as tall as buildings while wiping out thousands that didn't suit his vision. Oh, how I can still hear them begging for mercy.
He killed thousands?
Whoops, sorry. That was supposed to be millions. Eventually, the two sides clashed and tensions rose. 2X approached Lord Exo, offering to work together to create something immaculate. Lord Exo sat in silence for a long moment, and without warning, a sword materialized in his hand, striking 2X to his knees. 2X looked up at him in shock as he said, "You should have seen the look on his face!"
You can do that?
Oh, Commander. You know, in that moment, I watched something die inside 2X. And I think it was the realization that Lord Exo was right about one thing. There wasn't a world where they could ever be equals. It's tragic, really. One second you're a character without any lore, and the next, you're being stabbed by your brother. Too bad he couldn't black out his profile.
Whoa, the theater is changing?
Yeah, it does that. Anyways, after 2X escaped, both sides began attacking the other. What Lord Exo lacked in numbers, he had in strength. And at one point, it was clear this would be the bloodiest of wars. The old world was torn apart piece by piece, and countless victims met their end. Just like how you'll be gone when you don't place the dimensions.
Stop doing that.
along like eating a celery stick. It was awesome!
This freak isn't telling a story anymore. He's just reminiscing.
Why? Can't he be fun? Drawn. One siphoning the souls of the corrupted, and the other was filled by sacrifice. One takes, the other receives. Each swordsman cut down mountain, and each strike sent shockwaves that knocked the wind out of your chest. I could barely breathe as I watched from a distance, scathing each traumatic moment into memory.
Worship a psychopath! All these people and everything he's done! It's
magnificent! Their battle went on for days, then weeks. Pockets of unstable energy were scattered across the landscape because of their abilities. Till it's what as everything he fought to protect while Lord Exo thrived in the chaos. It was then that Duets had to make a choice. Exhaustion. Lorenzo's never tired. If he didn't end the battle soon, all he wanted to protect would be lost. Looking to his strongest fighters, they willingly sacrificed themselves to create a person. In only a few seconds, he turned thousands of his followers into an energy source. And that...
That's when the God Cube was created.
enough of the story! Tell me where Dispatcher is!
Man, you're such a buzz, Carol! All I did was help murder one of the two people keeping your road from collapsing, and maybe causing you to lose your friend. Who cares? You think you're on the path? I lost my favorite song in that battle! Man, right through the most parties!
That's it!
Commander!
Lord Exo off guard. When the swords connected, he grabbed the hilt and held Lord Exo in place. The corruption from the sword burned his hand, but T-Rex used his followers to drag Lord Exo into the cube.
Then where was 2X when Lord Exo came back?
How should I know? Maybe he was standing on a cliff with a galaxy in his hand, honor farming or something.
You're hurting us with those shockwaves.
Just like how the old world was hunting everyone who survived the war, now that Lord Exo was defeated, 2X is left with an uninhabitable wasteland that became the new zone.
Wait, we were in the old world?
What's left of it? The chaotic energy in the new zone was beginning to corrupt the few that remained, including myself. So that was when 2X used the rest of his power to create Paradise, the seed of a growing tree that all realms are created from. Leaving the old world behind, everyone started making a new home that 2X had always envisioned. Cities were created, landscapes were terraformed, alliances were made. It was all so beautiful. Honestly boring! How pointless! Why would you create the most impressive realm in the universe with spiny canyons and overwhelming prosperity? It doesn't make any sense!
What is wrong with you?
It wasn't all bad though. When I was in Paradise, I found the most gorgeous woman of all. Woman that is forced to change against age. There's the love of my life. She uplifted me and carried me home. Now all I can do is recollect on our memories to listen to spiritual version again. Oh, if only I could be happy with her once again. She's standing there like the day we first met. My dearest producer, Lucky and Rocky have recreated yours perfectly as I can remember.
I think
No, don't make me feel bad. down. What used to be our home is now a dumping ground for crash and tetanus. But hey, at least it doesn't have a zombie problem. God, you keep forgetting to fix! Like seriously, you went from punching zombies to people who can destroy a realm that they see. What's wrong with you guys? Now, after a certain amount of time that the writer doesn't want to explain, Paradise became a distant memory, and that's probably where 2X is trying to stop our realm from collapsing. It's only a matter of time at this rate. Soon, we'll all be thrown into the nose and either die horribly or become ugly and mutated. Well, it's just mutated for you.
Trust me, it won't be the Nelson that'll kill you.
Welcome one, welcome all! Join me for a story that's older than the roads themselves. I'm sure my honored guest will arrive soon. Probably just, running late.
Yeesh.
Say anything, and I'll make you look like being given a voice actor. Long ago, two brothers ruled over all creation. Each saw the old world as a blank canvas. But like any artist, each viewed the world much differently. One wanted those who lived in the old world to create a place of their own, while the other thought the only interesting world is one created from chaos. And I'd hate to agree, but peace is such a drag.
Don't understand. What do you mean by a world created from chaos?
Magic creatures beyond anything you've ever seen. The war-torn landscapes, the endless carnage, the ruthless battles. A universe where the strong crushes the weak.
Watch out. Those builders are stunning us.
You see, 2X believed everyone had a place in the world, so he helped nurture them. Meanwhile, Lord Exo created creatures as tall as buildings while wiping out thousands that didn't suit his vision. Oh, how I can still hear the begging for mercy.
He killed thousands?
Whoops, sorry, that was supposed to be millions. Eventually, the two sides clashed and tensions rose. 2X approached Lord Exo, offering to work together to create something immaculate. Lord Exo sat in silence for a long moment, and without warning, a sword materialized in his hand, striking 2X to his knees. 2X looked up at him in shock as he said, "You should have seen the look on his face!"
You can do that?
Oh, Commander. You know, in that moment, I watched something die inside 2X. And I think it was the realization that Lord Exo was right about one thing. There wasn't a world where they could ever be equals. It's tragic, really. One second you're a character without any lore, and the next, you're being stabbed by your brother. Too bad he couldn't black out his profile.
Whoa! The theater is changing?
Yeah, it does that. Anyways, after 2X escaped, both sides began attacking the other. What Lord Exo lacked in numbers, he had in strength. And at one point, it was clear this would be the bloodiest of wars. The old world was torn apart piece by piece, and countless victims met their end. Just like you'll be good if you don't blaze the direction.
Stop doing that.
Spears that were faster than like shot warriors from the sky as explosions littered the battlefield. Bodies were scattered about, non-exos beasts crashing into flesh and bone like eating a celery stick. It was awesome!
This freak isn't telling a story anymore. He's just reminiscing.
Why? Can't it be both? As the battlefield spread across the entirety of the old world, non-exo and 2X met face to face. Surrounded by the bodies of their followers, their weapons were drawn. One siphoning the souls of the corrupted, and the other was killed by sacrifice. One takes, the other receives. Each sword blade cut down the mountain, and each strike sent shockwaves that trapped the wind out of your chest. I could barely breathe as I watched from a distance, saving each traumatic moment into memory.
You worship a psychopath! All those people and everything he's done! It's
Magnificent! The battle went on for days, then weeks. Pockets of unstable energy were scattered across the landscape because of their abilities. 2X watched as everything we fought to protect crumbled while non-exo thrived in the chaos. It was then that 2X had to make a choice. When 2X's army fought exhaustion, non-exo never tired. If he didn't end the battle soon, all he wanted to protect would be lost. Looking to his strongest fighters, they willingly sacrificed themselves to create a prison. In only a few seconds, he turned thousands of his followers into an energy source. And then,
That's when the God Cube was created.
enough of the story! Tell me where Dispatcher is!
man, you're such a blast, Carol. All I did was help murder one of the few people keeping your realm from collapsing, and maybe causing you to lose your friend. Who cares? You think you have it bad? I lost my favorite song in that battle. Man, right through the best party.
That's it!
Commander!
Lord Exo off guard. When the swords connected, he grabbed the helmet and held Lord Exo in place. The corruption from the sword burned his hand, but T-Rex used his followers to drag Lord Exo into the cube.
And where was 2X when Lord Exo came back?
How did I know? Maybe he was sitting on a cliff with a galaxy in his head, honor farming or something.
Whatever that enemy is, they're hurting us with those shockwaves.
Just like how the old world was hunting everyone who survived the war, now that Lord Exo was defeated, T-Rex was left with an uninhabitable wasteland that became the Mill Zone.
Wait, we were in the old world?
What's left of it? Was beginning to corrupt the few that remained, including myself. So that was when T-Rex used the rest of his power to create paradise, the seed of a growing tree that all realms are created from. Leaving the old world behind, everyone started making a new home that T-Rex had always envisioned. Cities were created, landscapes were terraformed, alliances were made, and it was all so beautiful. Chemically boring! How pointless! Why would you create the most impressive world in the universe with sparty families and overwhelming prosperity? It isn't any drama!
What is wrong with you?
Wasn't all bad, though. When I was in paradise, I found the most gorgeous woman of all.
Hard to imagine anyone would fall in love with you.
If you say one more thing, that'll be forced to change the game's entry. 2X began creating a branching web of realms. This and many others are all connected and held together by a single thread, including yours. Calling it the Meta. He and the Ripwalk are carefully protected by dumping any waste into the nil zone. What used to be our home is now a dumping ground for trash and tetanus. But hey, at least it doesn't have a zombie problem. Not you keep forgetting to dance! Like seriously, you went from fighting zombies to people who can destroy a realm that they sneeze. What's wrong with you guys? Doesn't want to explain. Paradise became a distant memory, and that's probably where 2X is trying to stop our world from collapsing. It's only a matter of time at this rate. Soon, we'll all be thrown into the nose and either die or become ugly and mutated. Just mutated for you.
Trust me, it won't be the nil zone though.